Call me. Where are you? Sign me up. Hi everyone, welcome back to Novel's Nook. If you're new here, my name is Victoria, and for today I have another reading vlog for you guys. So if you guys like book hauls, book tags, or anything book related, make sure you like and subscribe and keep on watching. So obviously, if you guys had watched my most recent reading vlog, you will see that I have finished The Eye of the World, which I have been reading that book for so long, but it is finally currently right now December 20th while I'm filming this, but I wanted to show you guys the book that I'm currently reading, which if you guys watched that vlog again, you will know I said I was gonna start reading Caught Up. I'm on chapter 8, page 67. I am really liking it so far, and I'm so glad like this was the romance I decided to pick up. I know I'm really gonna like it, and I just think that one of my favorite things about Navessa's writing that I really saw come out in Lights Out, but I love her ability to make me laugh. There are so many moments so far, like even in this so far being like page 67, like I just love the personalities that she creates for her characters. I love Junior, like I'm really loving him and I can't wait to see his development. I know it's gonna be really strong. And I actually really like the female main character, which is really surprising to me because usually I don't like them. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far and I know I'm really gonna like it. I heard a lot of different like wishy-washy reviews about people feeling this like 5 stars and then people being like, no, Lights Out was so much better, which yeah, I love Josh and I will probably always love Josh and pick him as like the winner, I guess. I have no new book updates. I haven't really gotten any more books. Have started that book, so that is progress. But Christmas is coming, so if I get any books, if I buy any new books or if I get any for Christmas, I will definitely be sure to show you. And yes, I have dyed my hair this copper. It was really red, which we'll put a picture here, but it was super red and I don't know how to get it to that kind of level of red. I feel like it totally washed out, but it's a vibe and I think I'm gonna be going with this. I know every vlog I have different fucking hair and I know it's kind of an addiction, but I'm gonna be sticking with this color, like the red. I think red is just me. Like I actually like super duper adore this. It's almost like a copper now at this point, but like I said, it was super red and I really loved it. I was going for the Misfortune vibes. If you play League, Wild Rift, you know who Misfortune is. I actually think she might have another game she's in, I don't know, but I love MF and I'm getting a Misfortune inspired tattoo. I'm getting her voice line, "Fortune doesn't favor fools." And so I'm getting that in 2 days actually, but in the spirits of getting the tattoo, I was like, I'm gonna dye my hair red. Dyed my hair red and fell in love with it. It's kind of washed out now. It's not super red, but it's still kind of something. And I'm kind of obsessed with it, which is really on brand for the book I'm reading. Red. And then of course I painted my nails this kind of like shimmery wine red for Christmas. So yeah, anyways, I just wanted to pop on here, start a new vlog. Hello, it's me, Vic. We're not reading the same freaking book anymore, which is very exciting for everybody watching, including myself, because wow, I am so sick of talking about The Eye of the World. The fact that I even have to look at it on my bookshelf is kind of a little bit triggering because I'm so over it. Took me way too long. So this book, I already know, like I just started it and I'm already on page 67 and it's definitely not as chunky as The Eye of the World, so I'll definitely be getting it done. I'll let you guys know how I think. If I finish it, I'll give you an update. If I have progress, I'll give you an update. If anything crazy happens, I'll give you an update. Let's talk about this book. I am currently on page 115, chapter 13. We left off, we're gonna be going into Junior's chapter. Let's talk about how I'm feeling so far. I'm about almost halfway through it and I want to talk about this book before it destroys me. I literally don't even know what to say. He is not what I expected him to be. Can we just say the stairway scene? When I say I almost threw my book across the freaking room, I was not expecting that from this man. And his like obsession, devotion, absolutely like feral need for this woman, I am like stunned. Like, I cannot speak. I am so obsessed with how obsessed he is with her. And she's just like this free, like, I'm really obsessed with these characters. I'm just really obsessed with, I'm loving this book. Like, I'm loving this book. I love the whole plot line that it's going through, like her being a sex worker, her like experience with this like this traumatic past, but like really embracing herself and embracing her sexuality, her, you know, being comfortable in her own skin. I'm loving that for her. And then she's get this man who will literally get on his knees for her and like beg her to like, what can he do to like have her accept him? Like, bro, this book is gonna ruin me. And the fact that like he just wants to give up everything in his life to be with her, I am so shook. Like, this man wants to defy his father to be with this woman. And like, I don't know, there's something so obviously kind of dark romance vibes, right? Because obviously he's in the mob. Obviously he's this bad macho man. He's giving like, it's giving like Peaky Blinders kind of vibes, right? Like, that's the only mob thing I can think of. But obviously, I think they're Italian, are they not? I think his name is like very Italian. But I'm kind of obsessed with it. And I'm hoping it has a happy ending, because if it doesn't, I'm literally gonna cry. Because I seriously think, yeah, he has a temper. Yeah, he has this kind of bad boy attitude. You know, he drives the motorcycle. He has literally tattoos, sexy mob killer, you know, scary vibes. But I honestly think he really has a heart, and I'm super excited to see where it goes. But their attraction to each other, like their lust, is insane. Like, I'm obsessed with this book, and I love the humor in it. I love all of the moments they have. I actually think Lauren, the main character, mentions it. Like, she loves the back and forth they have with each other. She loves the banter. Me too, girl. I also love the banter. So, you know, you gotta stick it through. Yeah, it's been intense. This is my bookmark we're using for it in my romance era, because obviously I absolutely love this. I'm really invested in this book, I'll be honest. I just started it and I'm on page 100 already, which I think is insane progress, because it took me 4 months to read this book. Let me bring it up. It took me 4 months to read this book. Yeah, super chunky. So the fact that I'm getting super like quick, like last night I literally read like 50 pages. I'm just super invested into it. I really love the story. I really want to see where it goes. I really want to see the conflict resolve between the family issues, and I want to see what she thinks. Like, where is Lauren's mind going? What is she gonna do? What more is she gonna make Junior do for her to kind of get over this hill that they had, their past? It says, I want this woman, and I'm a man who always gets what he wants. He's ruthless, a walking red flag. Good thing red is my favorite color. Like, I just really adore how Lauren is kind of this, like, she used to be like this really nerdy kind of like, you know, obviously had a childhood where you're obviously learning who you are. But now she's old enough to where she's like, she knows her worth. She knows what she's got. She knows she's hot. She obviously is getting money from men online. So she's like, she knows she's the fucking it girl. And like, yes, make him work for it. And I think she's gonna. But her, I don't want to give spoilers, but like her life and like that like stairway scene, and then that whole chapter and that whole entire atmosphere of, you know, what was happening there. Insane. Did not see that coming. If you know, you know, but it reminds me of Praise. But yeah, I'm actually really loving this book. I think I'm gonna read more today, so I will update you as I go. Back with a like little reading update. When people were comparing this to Lights Out and they weren't liking it, I don't know why. I love this. I am eating this book up. I absolutely love Junior, and I'm obsessed with them. And also, you guys know, since if you watch my videos, I talked about it. I loved Lights Out. I love Josh. There's something about Josh that I loved him. Junior is like the same way. Like, Lauren and Junior have such a good banter that I feel like was in the first book. I mean, this is obviously a bit darker. It kind of goes more into where we had Josh's dark background. Won't go into details too much in case you haven't read it. But we kind of saw his background, and obviously we saw Allie and Josh doing very dark things together, I guess you could say. I mean, the whole ending of Lights Out is like insanity. But like them mentioning the mob and like that kind of having that whole like mob vibe, I feel like works. And I feel like the moments that Junior and Lauren are together, it's still good banter. So I'm not sure why people don't like this one. I do think Josh is an exceptional character, and I do think he's still my favorite out of the two boys so far. He reminds me a lot of Christian Harper from Twisted Lies. He's got Christian coded all over it, like this devotion, obsession, this stalking, this kind of decade-long appeal to one woman, right? That's Junior all the way with Lauren. I love how Josh and Allie come into this book as well. Just had a scene where they're kind of like all together, and I love that. I want a whole book where they just have like a bunch of group dates and a bunch of interactions, because I think Lauren and Allie would be besties, and the fact that Junior and Josh are, you know, buddy now, I love it. And I'm just so excited to see how this ends. I have a little bit of anxiety. The book is going so well so far that I just feel like it's building up to like disaster. And the fact that I only have this many pages left and there really hasn't been quite a bit of conflict. I mean, there's obviously been some tension and negative conflict between Lauren and Junior, obviously, because she's learning about everything he's done over the years. But I hope that's not the only conflict. I know we're probably gonna get some conflict with the dad, because obviously like that's like their biggest hurdle is getting over this mob shit. So I'm hoping that all resolves, because I'm super excited for this. Obviously, you guys know, like, if you watch my videos, I don't know plots, and I barely read this. Like, I go in with, like, nothing. All I know is that I love the first one, I love Navessa's writing, and I heard kind of a lot of negative reviews for this book, that everybody loved Lights Out over this. So I was like, maybe I won't like it. I love this book. Like, what do you mean? I didn't know there would be a play kink club. Like, what? Didn't see that coming at all, which again, I had mentioned in the clip before this, that reminds me very much of Praise. Had no idea that would be in here. Like, I had no idea she would be a sex worker, a cam girl. So it's so interesting to me. Like, this is why I tell people, like, just read a book and don't look at the plot. Like, if you heard stuff, like, obviously I knew going in, like, what this would be about. Like, I knew it was a dark romance, it would be mob related, whatever. That's all I need to know. I just need to know it's a romance, and I just need to know that the man is gonna be, like, hard obsessed with her. All the info I need. And I will read a book. So yeah, I'm kind of shocked that people aren't liking this, and I should go back and read more of the reviews, because I'm seriously confused, because I love it. But again, like I said, like, it just needs to be a romance and like a man obsessed with this woman. I'm not really picky when it comes to reading, and I usually enjoy a lot of the romances that some people don't like. If you liked Lights Out, if you like dark romance, especially like mafia mob books, again, a man obsessed with his woman, giving very much Christian Harper vibes, very much Zayd Meadow vibes as well. Obviously, if you liked Josh and Allie in the first book and you want to see them more, you kind of get a glimpse of them in this book as well, which I loved. I like it. I recommend it. So far, it's like 5 out of 5 for me. I'm loving it. I love the development. I love watching Lauren work through her issues with Junior, like, in her brain, because it's a lot how I think. It's like, yeah, he's stalking her, but she's like, but he's protecting me. And I'm like, yes, queen, color those flags green any way you can, right? Obviously we know he's a red flag, but I'm loving it, and I'm loving seeing where they're going. Again, I'm on chapter 27, 243. So hopefully I'll finish this today. I think I'm gonna read some more, but I just wanted to update you guys that I'm really obsessed with this book. I love it. I recommend it. If you guys have read it already, let me know what you think about it. If you gave a negative review for this book, I would love to know why. Like, I'm genuinely curious, because again, I saw this did not get as much hype as Lights Out, so why? I'm just so curious, because I really like it, and I still think they have good banter. I think Allie and Josh had insane chemistry. I think their banter obviously was like top tier, but they do it so well too, so I don't know. I like it, recommend it. If you've read it, let me know what you guys think, and I will let you guys know if I finish it. Back with the reading update. I was literally just here like 5 minutes ago telling you guys my thoughts on this. I finished it. I made that clip, sat down, read it, and then I couldn't put it down, so I just finished it. I have so much I want to say. I'm not going to go too deep into my thoughts, because obviously I don't want to spoil anything, because damn. A lot of things happened that I figured would happen, which was really nice. We had, you know, family conflict, drama, lots of crazy shit at the end. Not super crazy. I kind of thought we would get a little bit more action. Do I want to say action? Yeah, I thought we would get a little bit more like darker action, which I'm glad there wasn't in some aspects of it. Like, I was expecting it, but I really liked how the story ended up playing out. I will say I do like the ending of Lights Out a lot better than this ending. I'm an ending girly. I'm a sucker for a good ending. And obviously, like, the epilogue in Lights Out and their entire Allie and Josh journey is obviously one of my favorites, so I was kind of really hoping for a strong ending, which I did like it. I did think it wrapped up really nicely. I liked seeing, you know, all the dynamics, all the relationships, all the potentials for more. So I will say, in Lights Out, we do meet Tyler, who is the roommate of Josh, and he's kind of entered into it. I'm really hoping the next book isn't about him, because I don't know if I'll read it. I really don't like him as a character and as a person, like, you know, portrayed. I don't know if I'm going to read it, because I know she did tease that there is another book after this. I don't know if I'm going to read it. I'm going to have to look up who it's about, because if it's about Tyler and his lover, I don't know if I'm going to read it. I'm just not invested in that storyline at all. But if it's about one of the roommates, I would really love to see that. So Lauren has two roommates, Taylor and Ryan, and kind of like at the end that was going somewhere. Again, I'm not gonna say who or be specific, but we were kind of starting to see something go there, and I would really love to see that development. So fingers crossed that's the other book, or maybe it's something completely different, or another like family, relatives, something that's kind of connecting of it. But overall, I really love this book. 5 out of 5 stars. I love the banter. I absolutely love Lauren and Junior, because they're so like real. And I think a lot of times, like especially with dark romance, and especially with like, there's a scene in this that I don't think a lot of people like, and maybe that's why. They have a very vulnerable, like his temper, like he loses control, whatever. There's like this moment, right? And we kind of see her like, I think the back describes it well, where she says like a walking red flag, and like that's her favorite color. I think that's so funny because that is very her throughout this entire book. I really liked Lauren. And if you guys watch a lot of my videos, and I've said this before, I don't vibe well with female main characters. I just think I'm just so different, and they're usually such a stereotypical like bitchy, like they try to be badass, they try to be cool. Like I'm just not about that, like the fake popular girl vibes, you know. Sometimes obviously the more like we go on, and especially like with this book, it was very modern, it was very like women of today, she's a cam girl, like it's very like feminism coded, kind of like power to the women, right? But I really love her. Like I love her attitude towards life and towards him, and like I just think she's really rational, but like not rational. Like she follows her emotions in a way where she like picks him over everything that he's done. I don't know, I really love the development of Junior Nick. It was precious. I love him. Like I love him. He is definitely one of my favorite book characters, because it just shows you like how much people can change and can grow. Because I feel like a lot of the times books like show like someone going from here to like point A, point B, right? But we don't get to see like the turmoil of like that development. You see that in here. You see him struggling with the person he is, and the like the light and that hope of the person he wants to become. Love that. I don't know. I really like this book. It is my first book of 2026. I started reading it though end of December, trying to finish it before the new year, but I didn't quite get to it. So I did finish it. I did really like it. I think it's really good. It is quite sexual, which I guess I should have seen coming, because obviously Lights Out was quite interesting. I am now remembering a few of their sex scenes. So this one was exceptional. Like, I don't know. I just think it was so good. I highly recommend it. You have to be, again, it's a certain type of book, a certain type of like. Obviously, if you're into that, like obviously there's a list of trigger warnings. Like, yeah, there's the mafia, cam work, sex work, bondage, alcohol, smoking. Obviously a lot of that, you know, common dark romances. A dark stalker rom-com with heavy themes. So like literally, if you are not into that, don't read this book. If you are into that, read this book. It's so good. Like, I really liked it. What the hell? I had kind of low hopes, I think, because everyone was shitting on it after Lights Out, which I'm like, I don't get it. Because instantly, like, I definitely know I mentioned this before, especially in this vlog, me reading it. I love the banter. Their humor was great. Their personalities together was awesome. I loved it. And I definitely think they have their moments, but But I really loved the plot of this. You got to see the lives of everybody else. You got to see the plot, like the family, the obviously trouble, conflict that goes on. I do feel like it was really like kind of rushed all at the end. I obviously still loved it, but I feel like we really built this up for it all to be like this one chapter of like shit bomb, and then everyone was like, everything's back to normal. So that was kind of, I think, probably could have been played out better, but I still loved it. I still think it was really good. It was really cute, and I obviously loved Nick. I was crying. Okay, you can't tell, thankfully. I was full on sobbing at one point. Somewhat of a spoiler, but I am such a sucker for like the man who's intimidating but such a softie. I can't remember the exact line, but he was like, I'm so in love with her. She makes me want to fight to like live, like keep living. And I was just like, bro, you can't say that to me right now. I'm literally crying. And then like his whole thing about fighting with his family and like, you know, the mob. Obviously he's in the mob, and obviously he wants to be better to be with Lauren. But his whole like conflict with doing it, he's like such a softie because he doesn't want to lose his mom. I'm like, what? Like before everything goes down, like there's an entire fucking shit show scene, which was epic, I will say. But like there's this moment where he's like, he like grabs his mom and he's just like, you know I love you and like I don't want to lose you, right? Stop. Stop right now. That was so precious. Yeah, I'm obsessed. And I just love there was a moment though, like I was reading this and I was like, I don't know if they're gonna have their happy ending. So that was definitely good. And I will say, plot twist, like there was some information, maybe it's not exact plot twist and maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic, but like there was so much he reveals and so much like truth that he spills, because like obviously like going into this relationship, he obviously wants to leave everything behind and he wants to be good for her. He wants to be good like to her, for her, with her, whatever. So him just like breaking down and being completely honest with her and like letting that shell go and just spilling everything to her, everything, like all of the lies uncovered, everything he's done. Like what? I don't know if I like missed parts, but I was like, damn, like that was so good. But yeah, anyways, I'm super happy with it. And I gotta find what I'm reading next. Because I'm debating on diving into a new series or finishing. I still haven't read The Final Offer, which I know, but that book is so big and super daunting, I'm kind of scared. I think I'm gonna go through Goodreads right now and try to see what books I can read. Maybe I will update you guys again once I pick a book I want to read, but yeah. Reading vlog of 2026 is going strong already. Finish this book. Ignore my hair. It is a mess. I understand. I wanted to wrap up this reading vlog. I don't know if I mentioned it. Obviously, reading vlogs kind of blend together for me, and I don't remember what I've mentioned, what I haven't mentioned, what I've talked about, whatever. But I wanted to share that I think I mentioned that I was going to start Final Offer after I finished Caught Up, which I read Caught Up, loved it. It was really good. I had a few little issues with it, but overall 5 stars. I definitely think Lights Out was better, but I really liked Caught Up. I liked all of the characters, and I still think it was a really, really good book. If you haven't read it, highly recommend it. Both of them, amazing. Final Offer is the last book in the Dreamland Billionaires Series. I rated the first one, can't remember the name of it. It will come to me, maybe. But I rated the first one 5 stars. The second one, I rated it 4 stars. And then this one, I stayed up till 3 a.m. last night finishing it. Yeah, I have never cried harder at a book than this. I don't know what it was about this book. I think I really love Cal, and I just loved his heart. And obviously seeing him struggle throughout this book was heartbreaking to me. And I don't know, I just think it's was so beautiful. Like, I cried. I've never cried so much and so hard. So obviously this book is quite chunky. I think there's probably approximately 600 pages. When I tell you, I cried from like page 100 to the ending. I have never sobbed so hard at a book before. I just loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. I seriously think this was the best one in the series. I loved Cal, and I loved seeing his development. I just loved everything about this book. The angsty bits, like, I saw coming, and they were so good, and it was just so infuriating, right? Because obviously we know what's happening throughout the book. But also seeing the other characters from the book, seeing all the brothers, and then finally having like this satisfying moment for all of the brothers at the end. It was really good. I loved it. And honestly, I gave 4 stars for the second book because Declan, it took me a really long time to like him and appreciate him. He just had a lot of angst, I think, and a lot of working on, you know, a lot of self-growth that was still needed. He came together in this book for me. Like, when I tell you, I sobbed. And the fact that like she has a daughter, so there very much is that family. This is very like family heavy books, which I love. That I love a romance that's not just like the man and the woman, you know, getting together. We see them making this family. There is this, you know, dynamic between the child, the mom, and then obviously them all together. I thought it was super fucking good. Like, I literally cannot get over how much I love this book. I love Cal. My heart broke for him in so many different moments because, you know, like, just like the, what was her name, Alana, you feel like what she feels. Like, she loves him so much, but because he's an addict, so that's basically what we see throughout this book, is he's struggling with addiction. And just seeing him fight for them and really coming together to want to be a better person for her and himself, and obviously their family. Obsessed. I love this book. It was so good. I've never sobbed harder at a book before in my entire life. I was crying so much because of the heartbreak, so much because of how beautiful these moments were, just so much about everything. And for such a chunky book, I was very worried I would get bored at certain points, that I would, you know, it would kind of drag, and it would, you know, take me a really long time to read it, because obviously if something's not grabbing my attention, I'm not reading it super fast. Kind of why, what was it called? The Eye of the World took me 6 months to read. This took me a week to finish. Obviously, still, I probably could have finished it a lot sooner, but last night I couldn't put the book down. Like, I started on page 87 yesterday. I know, and I read the whole thing yesterday. Yeah, I didn't do anything except read the book, but it was so good. So I highly recommend this series. And if you seriously don't find the first 2 interesting, read them for this book. Like, I am so glad I started this series. I'm so glad I read the first one, which I love the first one, and we get to see a lot of them, and especially the epilogues in this, because obviously this is the end of the series, so it does get to bring to light the rest of the boys, because obviously they're brothers, the rest of the brothers' lives and what they're doing. I just loved it, and I just really think I've grown a connection to the brothers. So yeah, if you haven't read this, highly recommend it. 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good, so good. This is one that I wish I could forget and read over again. Like, I just cannot believe how much I love that book. It was seriously amazing, and I knew I would because I loved Cal. I love seeing his relationship with Iris. Love Iris, love seeing her in this book as well. Yeah, it was so good. I'm really happy about it. But also, to finish off this vlog, I wanted to show you guys, obviously, the books that I've gotten recently. So I did a huge Christmas book haul, And I haven't really bought any books since then because obviously there was like, what, 10, 15 books in that haul. So obviously I'm good for new books. I haven't read any of them. Obviously, I've been reading Final Offer. Give me a minute. But I was in Target the other day, and obviously I can't go to Target or any place that sells books without checking out the books. And I'm trying to get the stupid Target sticker off. It bothers me so much. Like, why do you put stickers on books? You know we want to take them off. But anyways, I found this in the bookstore. So this is 7 Year Itch. First of all, can we look at him? I think it's Calder. Is this one about Calder? Maybe not. Maybe it is not Calder. I can't remember his name. I'm really bad with names. I think the girl's name's Dakota, but not oh, it is Calder. Huh. I haven't read this book in a while. So I read the first one. It was the Surrogate Mountain Man. Really liked it. Actually really enjoyed it. Do I have it on the shelf? I was gonna pull it out, but I don't know where it is. This is the second one. So again, another series about brothers. You know I love it. I'm super excited to see this one. Like, I'm really excited. So obviously it has the edges which match my other book. So I was like, I have to get this book. There's no way I can't not have it because I know she's making another one. I don't know if it's already out, but there is a third one, which I'm most excited for that one. This one's about Calder, who is, I think he's the youngest, and he's also like the playboy of the brothers. You know, he's the, I mean, look at him. Beard, tattoos, tall. My type, obviously. Sign me up. But I think he's kind of like that, you know, the kind of hookup guy, if you will. So I'm I'm super excited. And I think this is the best friend of somebody. She's the best friend. And I think they get together while on the honeymoon or like the wedding, something to do with the first brother, I believe. I did read a little bit about the plot, obviously, because I really enjoyed the first book. I've never read anything like it before. I've never read like a surrogate turned romance before, and I just really thought the concept was super cool, especially like someone who doesn't know if they can have children. I loved reading about that concept and loved reading about that idea, and I was obviously seeing the relationship, like, it was so cute. And I'm a sucker for a single dad or a just dad in general, or children in the books. Like, I just love seeing that, or love seeing how pregnancy is not my favorite trope when it's a surprise pregnancy, but because this was planned and because like they obviously were going towards this kind of route, this path in life, it was much better. But the surprise pregnancies that happen like at the third, you know, you guys know, like the third act pregnancies, literally hates. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys I got this book. So this is one of the newer books that I haven't talked about. I literally just got it yesterday. But I'm super excited to read this. I'll let you guys know how I think about it. And I definitely have to get the next one if it's out. I know Amy did tease on her Instagram what the cover would look like for the third one, but I'm not sure if it's out. They didn't have the third one at the store. Trust me. I was gonna get all of them if they were there. But yeah, so I just wanted to pop on, finish the vlog up, because I know I started it. I think I was reading, caught up. You know, this vlog's kind of been all over the place, so I wanted to share that I finished this. 5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't read this, highly recommend reading the series. It's super cute, and there's something so magical about these as well, because they are Dreamland. It's their, you know, families. They're billionaires, of course, but it's their families, like, magical. It's kind of like Disney World, basically. They're running it, and it's just, there's something so magical about these, and fairy tale, and, you know, cutesy vibes to them, which I love, but they're also spicy. Let me tell you what, that's another thing in these, like, the first spicy scene with them, like, which doesn't happen for like 500 pages, it's fine. Adored. I loved Cal. I just loved him. But anyways, I wanted to show I got this book as well. It's super pretty. It's such my aesthetic. You know, I love the pink. But yeah, that's all for this vlog. I'm gonna get it all wrapped up so I can move on with my life. Vlogs are just so annoying for me to edit and stuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you're reading below. It's currently January, so I finished 2 books so far in 2025. 2026. I finished 2 books so far in 2026. I keep writing 2025 at work too. It's so annoying, but 2026, I read 2 books so far. I am doing, again, the A to Z challenge. So last year, I didn't complete the A to Z challenge. I think obviously, if you guys follow Novels Nook on Instagram, you will see my updates on that. I didn't finish it because I started it in May, I think. Yeah, I started it in May, so I really had run out of time. And I didn't dedicate myself to doing the challenge. But this year, starting off strong, I already have 2 caught up in final offer, boom. And I'm gonna get reading some of the other books that I had planned for that challenge that I never ended up reading for this year. So that will be exciting as well. Also follow Novels Nook if you're not already, because I obviously post, books that I'm reading or updates. I also give nail updates, not that anyone really cares, but I just have become a nail junkie and I love doing my nails. These are my current ones for February. They were gemmed and like super pretty underneath, but they were like translucent. And I don't know if you can tell, but I was doing some like fake tanning experiments. And you could totally tell from the nails, so I had to paint over them, but I actually really love it. It's super pretty, especially because Valentine's Day is coming up. Not that I'll be doing anything, but I'll be reading more about bookmen. Yeah, getting all the fictional feels. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful 2026 so far. Hope you have a wonderful February. I'm not sure if I'll film anything from then, or I'll probably post this in like March, knowing my editing slumps that I get into. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are reading, and if you have read any of these books. If you read this series, let me know which one of them was your favorite. If you've read this series, let me know if you guys like this one compared to the first one. And then also, I talked about Caught Up in this vlog as well, so if you guys have read that and Lights Out, let me know in the comments below how you feel and which one was your favorite in that one. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye!